Don't prove, improve. All right, guys, welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, guys. Truth, integrity, moving fast, and sound decisions. You have an apology problem. You are holding yourself back. Why are you afraid of rejection? Your partner's trauma is a gift. The hokey pokey is messing you up. Stop sending miles of text messages. Don't prove, improve. All right, guys, welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, guys. This is a powerful lesson today. Far too many of you spend time trying to prove your worth, trying to force validation, love, whatever it is that you're looking for. You're trying to force it out of your partner to feel good about yourself. And today I want you to understand how powerful this journey can be for you if you focused more on improving than proving. You know where I'm going with this?
I love the concept, but I don't know where you're going. No.
I got so many men that, our app launched, I think 50 days ago, and over 1,000 people have joined it. Okay. It's unreal. And I will ask a man or ask an open post in the community. I'll say, guys, give it to me. What is the struggle, the biggest struggle you have right now? Okay. And I believe in this so strongly that I do a weekly call in my Lord's support where I coach the men. Okay. A weekly call on this. I used to call it truth and accountability. Like, what's the truth and how can we be accountable for it? Okay. But now I'm talking about this struggle. You see, if you are focused on improving, okay, not proving, okay, when I say what's the struggle, you tell me what the struggle is with the tool you're trying to use. You know, last episode, Kathryn talked about guiding her women through the sound relationship house, her version of it. You know, I have things like stat response training, the rejection ladder, the nice guy triangle, all this stuff. Okay. When a man is trying to prove himself, okay, he's not feeling good about himself. So what does he say? I'm struggling with my wife. Maybe the affair. I'm struggling with my wife because she's just not letting me get involved with the kids. I'm just struggling. Okay. None of that is improvement. All of that is, I suck. I'm having an issue. I'm in my pain. This is what's going on. I wish things were easier. That's why these same men feel like they're winning when their wife looks up from their phone, when their wife goes on the date, when their wife has a good conversation and starts laughing. Okay. That is not the win. The win is in the improvement, i.e., when you can identify the struggle. What are you struggling with? Okay, I'm on this level of the rejection ladder. I can't get to this level. I'm trying to use stat response over here. Let me hear the stat response. Okay, boom. Say it like this instead. Okay, that was pretty good, but fill in the blank. Okay, now I'm actually struggling to improve. And then the win is, how did you feel about how you handled it? Not in whether your wife or your husband accepted or appreciated or moved up the ladder with you. None of that. Because if you're constantly trying to prove yourself, you are doing it for them. And if you're doing it for them, not focused on improving yourself, you will never get there. Call your fucking lawyer today. That's it.
And proving, I didn't know where you're going with this, but if you're trying to prove yourself, that means that you're proving what's already in existence. Improving means forward. Proving is where you are right now. So if you are trying to prove yourself, you're actually not moving forward because you're stuck trying to show where you are. And if you're wasting energy stuck, literally, it makes you stuck if you have something to prove because it prevents you from taking those forward steps, which is improving.
And worse, I love how you put that, baby. Worst case that happens all the time is this is where you become defensive. You start to go off of who you used to be. So now you're not even stuck in the moment. It's like, this is everything I've always done. Okay.
Look who I am now.
Yes.
You're still not improving if you're proving who you are right now by bringing in who you used to be. And that, by the way, makes your partner remember. Your partner may be trying to forget. He or she may be trying to move past that. But if you keep showing him or her, this is who I used to be, this is who I am now, you're actually pulling in so much more of that old guy or that old girl.
That's right. You guys don't understand. Every time you undermine where you're going, the new man or woman you're trying to be, by trying to prove yourself, okay, you are reminding your partner of who you used to be. Every time you defended yourself, every time you attacked, every time you said things you shouldn't have done, things that you shouldn't have done, every one of those things. Like back when Kathryn and I thought I made all of these changes and I was constantly trying to prove it. That's why she couldn't believe me. It wasn't, see, we thought it was because, oh, the police said, or the judge said, you'd go to jail. Well, it was Ryan back then. You're going to go to jail if you get the police, but these changes aren't real. No, but the reality is because I wasn't improving. I was improving, but the improvement wasn't the focus. It was the proof that she can't believe, she can't trust, because it's inherently for her, or so I don't get in trouble, or so I don't go to jail. So then how can she trust the new me? Okay. You guys have to understand, if your focus is your partner, I get it. I understand. And we've both been there. But until you understand inherently who you want to be, that's why I say I don't charge a bunch of money to save a marriage. I sell freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I sell freedom. The byproduct, as you love to put it, Kathryn, is like all the wonderful things that happened with our marriage from self-improvement. You guys ever wonder why our stories and timelines are different on who grew when and who was the catalyst and all this shit? It's because of our own improvement journeys rather than trying to have proof journeys. Okay? When you prove to yourself because you continually get better, you lead. Let me give you another example. I'm putting content out there a little bit more. Well, I don't know how well it's going to do, but I believe in it so much. And it's telling people, if you want your wife, I'll use the example I just posted the other day. If you want your wife to believe that you will never open the porn screen again, okay, then start making posts saying how many days porn free you are. That's scary. I get it. But understand, every time someone DMs you and says, how did you let go of that addiction? And you walk them off that and you move them away and you tell them why. Porn was not a huge problem in our relationship, but there were times where Kathryn would wake up and I was doing my thing. And the fact that I share with men why porn is not acceptable, why we shouldn't have it in our world by the time our children have children, it's going to be a hefty goal to take on here. Okay. But I don't even know if she's ever thought about it, but there's no fucking possible way that Kathryn could ever believe that I'm just not using porn for her, because of what I say to men every day on this subject, because I improved me. Why? Because I had to understand why porn was not acceptable, why porn was no good. And now that I teach men that, she's never going to have to fucking worry about it. But some of you guys are like, oh man, she still brings up that time. Well, fuck, man, then teach somebody why you don't do it, not just don't do it. Mm-hmm. If you haven't heard, our books are out. That's Disrupting Divorce, The New Man, Saving Struggling, Sexless, Toxic Marriages, and Kathryn's Behind the White Picket Fence. Go grab them on Amazon. That should be a part of your improvement journey. Every bit of your struggle, every bit of everything that you need to improve, it makes you who you are. And people need fucking real. That's why you guys are on this podcast right now, for crying out loud. People need real. And the proof should be undeniable because of the improvement. You don't have to talk about it. You just don't. And for love of God, stop talking about your personal records from when you were a fucking kid or a young adult. Like, give me a break, man. Like, who are you going to be tomorrow? Good?
Mm-hmm. Good one.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.